All right. Hey guys. I guess today I want to talk about something I've been wanting to talk about for a long time. Something I've struggled with my whole life. Something that I know a lot of people are in the same shoes I am, dealing with stuff like this. Especially now during this whole pandemic stuff and quarantining, and we all get so distracted by our everyday lives, our goals, our plans, um, just everyday shit that we don't even take the time out for ourselves to actually sit down, think about the things that make us happy, do the things that make us happy, to get to know ourselves, to actually like heal, to actually learn how to communicate. So with this whole quarantine thing, I'm noticing a lot of people, either they're getting in altercations, they're getting into arguments, they're getting into self-doubt, having suicidal thoughts. But on another note, I'm noticing a lot of people becoming their true selves, a lot of people actually trying to heal, a lot of people actually trying to communicate and work things out with people that they've been in difficult or on difficult terms with. So it's like it's a blessing in disguise. And like I said, with this video, I'm going to talk about my experiences and what I hope for with sharing this. I'm hoping I'm putting seeds into other people to be able to grow from this and to blossom and turn into your true self, and to show your inner light and to get out of this dark space you're in. That's something I'm working on tremendously. It's a daily thing. You have to take it one day at a time. You can't just want to fast forward through all the shitty moments and get to, the beautiful grass is greener, quote unquote, side. That's not how life works. So, with that being said, some of the things I've done to work on healing, to do things that make you happy, do things that make you feel like yourself, do things that make you feel whole. For me, I've struggled with validation from people, trying to constantly please people, because I feel like, well, if I make that person happy, they'll stick around, or if I do this for free, then hopefully I'll get something in return that will benefit me. Or just, I assume that people have my best intentions when I give them mine. I assume that what makes me happy will make someone else happy, right? You start to lose yourself when you start to put yourself and your time and your effort and your space into other people. You forget what things you want to do, what things that make you happy, what things you want to accomplish. And not to say that's always bad, but it can lead down to a dark place, and that's something I no longer want to be in. There's times I've been talked to in ways that have scarred me to this day that I try to get over. I've been, just a lot, guys. I don't really like talking about my own personal issues, but just abuse in general in different aspects of life that people go through, and it affects them in the long run. And a lot of people, they want to suppress that because, for one, you don't want to feel like a victim. Two, you don't want to show a sign of vulnerability or weakness. Three, you don't want to seem like anything's wrong with you. You want to seem perfectly fine. And a lot of times people don't even want to admit that to themselves, that, hey, I'm not okay. Hey, I need help. Hey, what you said to me actually hurt me. Hey, what you did hurt me. Hey, what you're doing I don't like. Hey, what you're doing affects my being, my peace of mind. A lot of people are just too scared. And that's something I wish whoever watches this video, it may not be no one that watches this video. It doesn't matter. But the point is, I want people to start to be more kind to one another. Be more kind to yourself. Be more open to yourself. Be more open to others. Accept people. And I'm not saying accept this bullshit. I'm not saying accept people when they do wrong to you. I'm saying to learn how to forgive people for yourself. Because if you don't, that shit's going to eat at you like a virus. And I promise you, it's going to turn you into something that you don't want to be. Like perfect example would be Spider-Man and Venom. That little black substance that had, constantly peeked in from the crevices and took over him, and it turned him into something it wasn't him. So that's the same way negative shit in your life, hating yourself, depression, all those bad things, that's the same thing that happens to people. And that's just that. And I wish people would understand that being vulnerable and showing your true self to people, that is not a sign of weakness. That makes you strong as hell. Like, it takes, on average, no one even really wants to talk about real shit. No one wants to talk about truth. And, for men, I've noticed that a lot of times society has told men to not be emotional, has told them to not show their true feelings, to not cry, to not say that, hey, I'm not okay. Like, you have to put on this front and masculinity and show the world like I'm macho. And that's not right. It's just not right. And it damages people. It really does. It damages people in the long run. So for me, how I've been able to cope with things, because the last, week or so, I've been going back and forth between struggling to heal myself and going into depression and, all this uncertainty in the world and about your life. It makes it hard, It makes it hard, and I try at times to just remain focused and try to not get focused into all the bad stuff. Like, you really have to wake up and have gratitude over your life and find things that make you happy, even if it's, drinking a cup of coffee, even if it's waking up and playing with your dog, or, something to laugh at, reading a book, painting, drawing, working on something that you've always wanted to work on. Find something that brings you peace. Find something that makes you feel like your purpose is worth something. Everybody's put on this earth for a reason. Like, you're not just put here just to be born and to live and die. Like, that's not it. Like, you have to find something that brings meaning to your life. And we all have those things in us. It just takes time. It takes patience, and it takes love and kindness to get to those places. But, the past couple of days, I've been going on really long walks. I'm at the park that I've been walking to the past few days. Today I decided to drive because I carried all my equipment with me, but they were cutting the grass and whatnot, so I had to do it in the car. But I just had to make this video because I'm like, I've been sitting with this shit for so long, and it eats at me. I don't know. It's hard trying to cope with certain things on your own, and people can have a support system. You can have family, you can have a significant other, you can have friends, you can have a pastor, a preacher, a doctor, whatever, a therapist to talk to and get support from. But at the end of the day, if you don't want that for yourself, you're not going to get anywhere. Like, if you don't want to really put in the effort on your own and sit down with yourself and find the things that trigger you, ask yourself questions, ask yourself the uncomfortable questions, look back at your life and find the issues that have triggered you, that have made you into what you are today, and to really work through those things. Admit to yourself that you're hurting. Admit to yourself that, hey, it's okay. It's okay to not be perfect. It's okay to have flaws. It's okay to not like yourself sometimes. But hey, at the end of the day, you are you. No one else on this earth is you. No one else on this earth is going to give you what you need to be happy. Like, I want everyone that's watching this to really dig deep and find themselves, and to come out of whatever dark spaces that they're in, because the world needs it. Not just for yourself, like the whole world needs to be on another level of energy, another level of light. Like, we can't allow dark shit to take over our lives, because it seeps into your family, it seeps into your friends, and from there it's just a chain reaction. It's a domino effect. It's a domino effect. So in order to heal the world, the saying, you really have to heal yourself. Like, it's not just a phrase. And people that aren't religious, I don't care what anybody says. For me, I know, like, God is real. I know that there is something greater. I know that the universe works in your mind. The way you think attracts certain things. The way you feel attracts certain things. And if you're not in a good space, if your mind is fucked up, and your heart is like is full of hate or anger, toxic shit, like, you're not going to attract good things in your life. That's just what it is. And I've had to lose a lot of people I've loved tremendously and cared about over shit that I have no control of. And it sucks. It sucks, but at the end of the day, if you remain yourself, if you stay true to yourself, if you love yourself, if you're close with the things that make you you and God, and you pray about it, and you do what's right, things that you deserve in your life will happen to you. And that's just that. Karma is very real. You reap what you sow. All that stuff is real. And there are good things in my life that have happened to me, and there is so much I'm grateful for, and I'm tremendously blessed with my family, my talents, my gifts. I'm trying to love myself, my body, how I am. There's things about my body I don't like. There's things about the way I think I don't like, but I'm working on those things. Those are fixable. If I don't like my weight, I can work out. If I don't like my way of thinking, I can change my thoughts, right? So, like I said, in order to do that, you have to find time for yourself. Do not get distracted with other people. Do not get distracted with toxic shit. Do not suppress your pain. Do not suppress your anger. Do not suppress your feelings. Sit with yourself and really find who you truly are. Find the purpose in your life. And it's not going to happen in one day. It's not going to happen this very second. It takes time. But the point is, if you try, you will succeed. And I promise you. I promise you. Cry, scream. If you need to go, do those things. But try not to take those things out onto other people while you're in the process of healing. Let people know, hey, I'm working on me. Give me time. Give me time. And that's something I struggle with too. There's times that I want to be close to certain people that help me feel better, or, make me enjoy my life more. But I can't necessarily have those things because it's just not possible. Like, they're in a certain space that I don't want to interrupt them, but it's hard. And that's just that. But today, I was looking at old pictures of me when I was a kid, and, old pictures of just, and it brought me joy, and I'm just sitting there like, what happened, What made me... It's like when you look at innocence, right? You look at a kid, or you look at yourself as a child, and you're like, why am I not that happy? Like, what happened to that smile? What happened to that just pure joy of just being alive and, happy just because? Society tends to put so many barriers and fucked up situations on everybody's life to where you lose sight of that shit. It's almost like you turn into a fucking machine. Get up, do this, go that, do that. It's like you get stuck in this cycle and you forget who you are. You forget how to love yourself. You forget how to be happy, and it sucks. It sucks. I know a lot of us, when I'm personally going through some things, I just want to be left alone. I don't necessarily want to be around my family like that. I don't want to eat. Um, I don't really want to get out of bed and do anything. I just want to lay there and sulk and, just drown in my sorrow or my depression or whatever. But where is that going to get me? That's not going to get me anywhere. You have to take it one step at a time and really just find things to be grateful for. Like, that's always been my way of trying to get out of that pit, is to, okay, Winter, what things do you do have in your life? What accomplishments have you done that you can be grateful for, that make you feel fulfilled? What are things that make you want to get out of bed? What are things that make you want to, laugh? What are things that make you want to love? What are things that make you smile? What are things that make you feel, just whole? Like, just wanting to feel whole and complete and to have a purpose in life and to be loved. That's all people really want at the end of the day. That's all people want at the end of the day, and security. So, it's a lot of talking today, guys. I'm probably going to have more videos about this and talk about stuff like this and try to be more open. But like I said, today I wanted to be raw and real. I'm not looking like shit. I don't care. I'm not trying to sit here and call myself a perfectionist, a guru, a fucking priest, or nothing like that. I'm just giving you my experiences and my thoughts on all of this, and I hope this helps somebody else be more comfortable being vocal about what they're going through and to shed light on these type of things. Like, I hope this video helps somebody else. And that's all. I love you guys. Please subscribe to my channel. Follow my Instagram. And find something today that makes you happy. Do something today that makes you happy. Create something today that makes you happy. Love more. Love yourself more. Call people you haven't talked to in a long time you think about. Text somebody, send them a text and say, hey, I'm thinking about you, I'm praying for you. Something. You don't know who may need that. You don't know who's on their last efforts of trying. Check on them. And don't ever forget to check on yourself. But like I said, I love you guys, and peace. I hope you guys have a blessed one. I still try, she wonders why I don't trust nobody. Not even her. No, I still try. She wonders why I don't trust nobody.